Sorry I couldn't broadcast on Ustream today. Ustream doesn't seem to be working for me, so doing it right here on YouTube today. So we got a good show today. Lots of good stuff regarding different games. News on the Division. News on Batman, the Telltale series. Walking Dead, Telltale Season 3. A new game from the developers of the Saints Row. News on Injustice, news on Bethesda, what they're doing for E3 possibly, news on Watch Dogs, the features from NHL 17, all kinds of good news today, and we'll also be talking about some UFC stuff as well, like we usually do on the show. We talk about UFC, different fights coming up. UFC 200 I know is coming up shortly. Looks like a good card. You got Brock Lesnar on that card fighting Mark Hunt. I'm sure that'll be an excellent match. Definitely looking forward to watching that fight. Lots of other interesting fights on that card too. Frankie Edgar against Jose Aldo Jr. That'll be a great fight as well. Cain Velasquez, Travis Brown. John Jones versus Daniel Cormier 2. Katz and Gano's fighting on that card. Misha Tate, Amanda Nunes. July 9th, it's going to be a great night for UFC. Epic card for UFC 200. A big milestone for the sport, and it's gonna do good numbers, I'm sure. Even without Conor McGregor on the card, it'll still produce great numbers, I'm sure. Alright, so we got our poll up here. Which game should I stream? I'll stream a couple maybe later on tonight. I'll probably do Dead Island if you guys want to see the Dead Island Definitive Edition. It's a really good game. The graphics look a lot better. They've much improved on the graphics. The gameplay is pretty much the same. It's a really fun game. If you haven't had a chance to play Dead Island, you're a big fan of the franchise. I know there's no news yet on Dead Island 2. I'm not sure exactly when Dead Island 2 is going to be coming out. I'll have to wait and see, but Dead Island Definitive Edition is a good chance for you guys to get out there and play Dead Island. Homefront, I just basically started Homefront. It's not terrible. The graphics aren't too bad. Gameplay's okay. It's kind of choppy at times, but it's not quite as bad as they said it was going to be. What's going on, guys? Welcome to the stream. We're talking about games on here. We got lots of good information regarding the Division, Batman, Watch Dogs, Walking Dead, NHL 17, Bethesda, what they're doing for the E3, possibly some rumors for E3. And also talking about some UFC stuff. Talking about UFC 200, John Jones, Daniel Cormier 2 will be a great fight. Brock Lesnar, Mark Hunt will be another good one. Definitely looking forward to watching that fight. Cain Velasquez, Travis Brown. We got Jose Aldo and Frankie Edgar. There was rumors earlier apparently that Jose Aldo was injured and he wasn't going to fight. Apparently those rumors are false, and Jose Aldo is going to fight Frankie Edgar at UFC 200 for the interim UFC light heavyweight or featherweight championship. So it'll definitely be good to see who comes out on top. Either way, it's going to make for a good matchup for Conor McGregor, whether it's Jose Aldo or it's Frankie Edgar. Either one of them is going to be a good fight. That'll probably be after the Diaz fight. Conor McGregor is scheduled to fight Nate Diaz for a second time for a rematch at UFC 202. Also, CM Punk might be making his UFC debut as well at UFC 202, so definitely stay tuned for information regarding CM Punk to see if he'll be fighting at UFC 202. Wait for some more people to pop in here, and we'll get going with tonight's information. I couldn't do the stream on Ustream today. I was having issues with Ustream, so we're streaming on YouTube today, so we'll see how that goes. Stay tuned to tomorrow's show too, because tomorrow's show will be all about Watch Dogs. Lots of information coming out tomorrow regarding Watch Dogs 2. I'll see if Ustream works.